Okay, action. So, I thought it's teacher 5, I'm shy. Okay, this morning we are going to go downstairs to measure the height of the building. But those buildings are too high, so it's not possible for us to measure it on its altitude, right? But we are going to make a manual machine, okay, to measure the angle of elevation. Okay, so this morning I will teach you how we are going to make it possible to do it. Okay, so like for example, okay, you have a tree here, okay, and for example this is you. Okay, so we need to measure this angle of elevation to the top of this tree here. Okay, so we need first to record the height of the student. Okay, so we are going to go by group. Okay, so by group, we need to record the height of the student. Height of the student in meters. Okay, in meters. In meters. Okay, like for example, okay, my height is 1.71, right? 1.71 meters. Okay. Next, we need to measure the angle of elevation. Okay, so we need to write down the angle of elevation. Okay, this should be in degrees. Okay, degrees. But we need to have the device for us to be able to measure the angle of elevation. Okay, degrees, angle of elevation. Okay, so how are we going to do it? Okay, so I've printed this one, and we are going to make a manual inclinometer, okay, such as this one. Okay, this is an inclinometer. This one. Okay, so I ask you. Okay, this one here is an inclinometer, and you are going to make the device by group. Okay, you need to go to your groups now and make an inclinometer. Do you have this the materials that I asked you to bring? Okay, you have this printed protractor, the feature board. You have the feature board. Okay, and measuring tape. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it. Okay, angle of elevation. Okay, this is using okay, using the inclinometer. Okay, so how are we going to do it? Okay, the first thing that you need to do, you need to cut this out. Okay, cut this out and paste it on the feature board using your glue. And then after you cut and paste this on the feature board, you need to put the straw on the top. Like for example, here. Okay, you need to do it here on the top. This will be your telescope. Okay, so that when you look at the top of the building, you just like look at on the pole here, right? Okay, so you can like find the inclination, right? Okay, so I want you to go to your group mates now. This group 1 will stay here, group 2 here, group 3 and 4. Do we have 5 groups? 6.
Okay, so guys, please zoom a bit. Okay, so we are going to measure 5 structures. The first one, you're going to measure the height of building 5. Okay, I mean the angle of elevation of building 5. The second one is the flagpole, the one over there in front. Okay, the EP building, then covered court, and then the gate. Okay, so this is how you're going to do it. Okay, using your inclinometer, the one that you made just now. Okay, you need to find the angle of elevation. This is your angle of elevation. Okay, I already taught you how to get the angle. Okay, so for you to write down, for example, your angle of elevation you measured is around 35 degrees. So write it down here. Okay, and then we need to find this distance from the structure. Okay, like for example, this distance is around, it's up to you. Okay, measure distance from the structure. So like for example, this distance is around 25 meters. Okay, so write it down here. Distance from the structure. Okay, so in my example, you have 25 meters. Okay, and you have the angle of elevation around 35, for example, then you will be able to find this x here. This is the x, okay? And we are going to measure the height of the student. Height of the student, okay, we have around, for example, 1.71 meters. Okay, so how are we going to find the value of x here? What ratio can we use to find the value of x here? Cos? Sine? We have the opposite, and like for example, we can measure it. Okay, so we can use the tangent of, for example, you measured angle of elevation 35. Okay, what is the opposite side? X, very good. You have x, and adjacent is 25. Okay, so how can we compute x? Let's multiply 25 on both sides. So cancel, cancel. So 25 tangent of 35 degrees. 35 degrees is not a special angle, so we can use your calculator to find the tangent of this. Okay, please compute, for example, what is tangent 35? 35.
T over 5 ไม่ใช่
T over 5. This is your computation.
ไม่ติดเลยกูไม่ได้เลย
0.37 Paman or approximately 0.37 17 17 lang? Are you sure? Let me see. Yeah, you already multiplied 25. 25 times that is approximately 17 meters. This is just our x here. This is 17 meters. So we need to add this height over here also. What is this height? What is this height here? 1.71. This is 1.71 meters. So the height of the tree is just 17 plus 1.71, that is 18.71, approximately 18.71. Okay, do you understand? Okay, so we are going to go downstairs now. We don't have much time, so you will just measure 3. Okay, we will just measure 3 structure. Okay, we only have 50 minutes, so let's go. Okay, please stand up and go by group. Okay, go by group. Alright, guys.
你เชื่ออะไรโกอินฟอนใช่ไหม你เชื่อ
Yeah?
ไอโกอินฟอนใช่ไหม
Only the phone.
อ๋อ
Only the phone.
You don't you can put the ball pen here because it's not heavy. You should put the heavy thing. But it's okay. I think it's okay, right? Without the heavy pen. Yeah, it's okay. My pen.
ช่วยมานช่วยมาน
กะเพราพวกแกนู่น
ตอนเรียนเนี่ย126 127 128 129
Where are we going to go first?
You need to measure at the same point down. Like for example,
เขา
we're
ไม่ได้
gonna
จะให้
measure
เรา
the
ทำมุมเหรอ
top of the building.